Okay, so picture this. You're working a quiet 12-hour security shift. It's all silence, all stillness. But then, imagine that silence is just completely shattered by a doorway to an impossible future. What happens when the night is literally torn open by a rift in reality itself?
Our story really kicks off with a single, pretty profound thought. For that one person who's awake while the rest of the world is asleep, time it hits different. This one line perfectly sets the stage for what's about to go down on a lonely road in Doha.
All right, let's meet our guy, Elias. Now, on the surface, he's a security guard. But behind that uniform is a man living this life of incredible contrasts, kind of caught between the boring, mundane reality of his job and the absolutely limitless world inside his own head.
I mean, just try to imagine it. 12 hours. 12 hours of just agonizing stillness. His only real companions are the hum of an air conditioner and these 5 silent barriers that he's paid to watch. It's one of those jobs where you have to be completely vigilant in a world where, let's be honest, nothing ever happens.
And this is the real split inside Elias's mind. During his shift, he's also a trader, on his phone, navigating this insane, chaotic world of high-risk markets. But in his thoughts, he's a philosopher, exploring things like cosmic harmony and ancient wisdom. Total opposites, right?
So, what is he actually trading? Something called synthetic indices. Now, these have nothing to do with real companies or what's happening in the global economy. They are pure code. Think long stretches of absolute quiet, punctuated by these sudden, violent explosions of movement. A pretty perfect digital mirror of his own life, wouldn't you say? And then, on the complete other end of the spectrum, you've got his fascination with 432 Hz. This is the whole idea that there's a specific sound frequency that's perfectly in tune with the fabric of nature itself. It's a concept that kind of blurs the line between science and spirituality, and for Elias, it's becoming a key to something much bigger.
So this obsession with frequency leads him to this philosopher, Suharwardi, who had this idea that everything in existence is just a different version of a single divine light. And Elias starts to wonder, wait a minute, could a sound, a frequency, like 432 Hz, be the trick to actually seeing this universal light?
And this is where theory just smashes right into reality. All of Elias's philosophical questions are about to get a very, very real answer. So it starts. It's not a sound he hears with his ears, but this deep vibration in his bones. A perfect 432 Hz tone coming from the ground. Then the air in front of him starts to shimmer, like a heat haze on the highway. And then this brilliant, warm white light just bleeds through the darkness, tearing open a rift in reality itself, right there on the asphalt.
I mean, can you even imagine seeing something like that? It's not a harsh, blinding light, but something beautiful, inviting. The source describes it as a curtain woven from glass and liquid starlight. Just wow, absolutely breathtaking.
Every logical part of his brain, every bit of his training is just screaming at him to turn around and run. But something else, this deeper curiosity, it just takes over. And in a moment of pure gut instinct, he steps through.
And just like that, he's somewhere else. I mean, he's still in Doha, but it's a Doha that's centuries, maybe even millennia into the future. So let's take a look at what he sees on the other side.
The world he steps into is one of just total harmony. The skyscrapers are gone, replaced by these beautiful twisting spires made of solid light. All the noise and pollution, gone, replaced by a melodic hum and this perfectly crisp, cool air. And the people, they move with this calm serenity, like anxiety itself has been completely engineered out of existence.
And get this, the technology. Elias is a fan of those big, loud, roaring V8 engines, right? Well, now he's seeing their descendants, and they are these silent, beautiful machines that just hover gracefully. They have all the soul of their ancestors, but they've completely transcended all the noisy mechanical parts. What's maybe even crazier is the change in commerce. You know those stressful, anxiety-filled trading charts he was staring at? They've become a living, three-dimensional ecosystem. The market isn't a bunch of numbers on a tiny screen anymore. It's a physical, interactive ballet of light and geometry.
And remember those booms he was waiting for? Those sharp, violent, green spikes of profit? Well, in this future, a boom is a literal cascade of golden light that physically washes over the traders. It's this tangible, euphoric experience of making money. Talk about a transformation from abstract stress to a beautiful, shared moment.
But you know how these things go. This perfect world, this utopian dream, it can't last. The connection to his own time starts to weaken, and the whole thing begins to unravel for Elias.
So after what must have felt like an eternity exploring this new world, he is violently thrown back to his own reality. And when he's able to check the time, he sees the most shocking fact of all. The entire trip took less than an hour, just 42 minutes.
And the return is just brutal. This quote captures that sensory whiplash perfectly. One second he's in a world of perfect cool air, and the next, bam, he's hit with the real, suffocating humidity of a Doha night. The dream is over.
So Elias finishes his shift, he goes back to his life. But the experience leaves us with this really powerful question to think about. Once you've had a glimpse of a perfect world, a potential future, how can you ever really be content with the flawed, ordinary reality you left behind?